Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to be restocking all of my animals' food for the next 2 months. So I am due to give birth to a baby soon, and the last thing I want to be worrying about is being freshly postpartum and running out of animal food. Now my partner is great, all of that, but he has no idea how to make the ferret food and all of that, what is required. He doesn't know how to feed any of the animals because they are mine. He has his own responsibilities and the animals are mine. He will obviously feed them while I am recovering from birth, but I figured let's make it a little bit easier and have everything way ready so he doesn't need to worry about going out and shopping. So today we are going to be getting some cat food, cat litter, the duck and chicken food, some more ferret food. I've already restocked on the snake food, and the lizards, I've still got food left over that should last quite a while. I've already got bugs in their bulk orders, so don't need to worry about that. But it's going to be a very expensive day. So I've just gotten back from shopping. That was really chaotic. It was a long couple hours, but I didn't get the stock feed for the chickens because I actually realized I still have a bag spare, so I'm not in a desperate need for that at the moment, but I did get everything else. I'm currently boiling the kettle to get the snake food ready to give Peaches her first feed. I'm going to see if she wants to eat yet. If she doesn't, I'll give it to Cleo, and we're just going to go from there. But I'll go through everything I got once the kettle stops boiling. Okay, so I went to Target as well because I wanted to get some containers to be able to go back to reusable containers for my ferret food. I used to do this all the time, but most of my containers broke. So I'm going back to these ones. I got 4 packs of these, and then I do have a bunch of these ones as well already in the cupboard. So I got those. I also got some nail clippers for rabbit and ferrets, and that's all from there. I also got for my ferrets some cat toys to keep them entertained, give me something to do. Bit of enrichment. Now onto the food items. So obviously my ferrets eat raw, they do not do kibble, and obviously no veggies. They are on a straight carnivore raw diet. So I already had these in the freezer. I got them on sale. It is 3 packs of lamb kidney. I got kangaroo mince, beef mince, chicken giblets, lamb fry, chicken hearts, minced bones because my ferrets will not eat bones, they only eat the minced bones, another lamb fry, another minced bones, and then for muscle meat I got a big bag of chicken breasts. This was like $30. For the other animals, I got some more of the algae wafers for my bottom feeding fish. Got some more lizard food. I'm pretty sure I don't need any, but I've only got 2 left, so that works. But they're on sale, so I figured why not stock up while I can. I got one of these for my bunny. I usually never buy them, but it was $1, and he's a bit spoiled. He's gonna love it. I also got 2 more bags of cat biscuits for the cats to keep them nice and happy. But now I've actually got a food prep. Before I do that, I am going to try and give Peaches her feed, see if she'll take it. So if you don't want to watch a snake eating food, taking a rat, then skip forward. Now I'm really not sure she is going to take it. I haven't even had her for a week yet, but she usually gets fed on Mondays. at her previous home, whereas I feed on Thursdays. So it has been a couple extra days, so hopefully she's nice and hungry. She has also never had a pinky rat. She was on fuzzy mice before. So we're gonna try a rat because they're roughly the same size and see how she goes. She is in a bit of a weird position. She is at the top of the tank, so no idea if she will, but we'll give it a try. Okay, so she didn't want it, but Cleo is always pretty happy to take her food. So it is no big deal that she isn't taking food. She hasn't even been here for a week yet, and usually it can take a couple weeks for them to get comfortable enough to eat. So I'm not concerned at all. We'll try again next week. Okay, so you may notice that I'm wearing gloves. That is because I absolutely hate the feel of raw meat. Now, I do pre-cut all of my meat items to make it nice and easy for when it comes to the actual packaging. I do wash my gloves between each of the meat products because it just grosses me out and I don't enjoy it. So I like to give myself something to, I guess, feel better about. And then I package it into Ziploc bags as well as containers because turns out I did not have enough of these containers like I thought I did. Now I'm doing the quick wipe down of the bench. This is number 1 of 3. So I do the quick wipe down with disinfectant wipes and then I go through with a spray and all of that, do properly disinfect. Now I am filling up the ferret portion of the freezer. So this is straight up their container. Now, obviously, this is filmed on a second day, complete outfit change, and I have also changed where I keep all of my animal food. So I changed it so it is quick, easy grabs, and I can also see what I need. You will notice that the cat has picked up that it is feeding time, and obviously, she needs to be involved because she might be hungry. She's always got food, so her plate was just washed, so she's gone 5 minutes with no access. Getting out all the different products, all the bugs. This day I am doing a calcium with D3 to ensure that they are all getting the necessary enrichments that they need. So I thought I had collected all the plates, but turns out I completely forgot about my crabs plate. So I'm just grabbing that, tipping them out, washing them as well, and then setting up everything. Okay, so to start off, I'm obviously feeding my cats just so I can have 30 minutes of peace without being interrupted by Chip and Minnie. I'm also adding on a 100% salmon oil on top. Usually I give this to my ferrets, but both the cats absolutely love it. Now, this is the only time they are organized during feeding time, and then they just completely move on and just eat from the same plate. You'll notice in the background my partner is changing the cat litters because today was also cat litter change day, and I'm just currently doing the rabbit's food. So he's getting a mix of his veg and then a 1/8 scoop of his what is it? His grain mix, I guess. Setting up for the lizards, I do like to give this a rough chop just to make it a little bit easier for them to eat and digest. Obviously, they do have teeth, they can do it, but I don't know, I just like to spoil them a little bit. Also am grating up some carrot to go on top. Usually my bunny doesn't get carrot, and neither do my lizards. It just depends on the day and what day we're on. So all of them got that little bit of vitamin C today. My rabbit tends to get vitamin C from various different plants, but obviously carrots are a treat because of how much sugar is in them.
Granddad trying to rub me over.
So now onto two of the plates, I am adding the dog meat for the three blue tongue lizards. On one plate, I just do the 1 teaspoon because there is only one lizard in that tank, and on the other, I do 2 teaspoons and fully spread it out to make sure both of the blue tongues in that tank do get access to the meat because Baloo prefers to eat all of the meat before he touches his greens, whereas Bagheera would much rather anything else first. So now I'm just preparing the bugs, added up the dried bugs into the calcium shaker and doing a quick shake so they are lightly covered with the calcium. Now, when I do live bugs, it's a lot easier, but I prefer to do that at night and feed them directly to the lizards to make sure that they aren't getting away and they are definitely getting the bugs down. Whereas Blue and Bagheera do not enjoy live bugs. They've never had access to it. So I am trying to change them over to it now that they are in my care, but we're not having much progress at the moment. Okay, so now we are doing the ferret food. I got the food out the night before so it would be defrosted and ready to go. I tip it into their bowl, and then today I decided to add the enrichment item of making them actually work for part of their food. So I take bigger chunks of meat and shove it right into their little, I don't know, it's like a puppy toy. I don't know what it's called, and making it so they do have to work, and they absolutely love it. On top, I am sprinkling a ferret. I've forgotten what that's called too because I don't keep it in the container and it was given to me. But basically, it just ensures they are definitely getting all of the essential vitamins, minerals, all of that in case their diet is lacking anything, which I'm pretty sure it's not, but I'd rather be safe than sorry and make sure that they do have access. So I sprinkle this on top and then I put the salmon oil on. They only get 2 pumps of this, and then I mix it all through to ensure that it is covering majority of the meat and it's not clumping and sitting the way it currently is on top. Okay, so on days like this, when it comes to feeding all of my animals, I prefer to do the outside animals last. So now I'm going through and doing the crabs food. I am starting off with their absolute essential items, the worm castings, and all of that. Now, each color on these packets does represent a different category in their diet, which is essential. So while it does look very colorful, it is actually for a certain reason that these all have different colors. For example, brown is their proteins. Now, protein should make up 50% of a hermit crab's diet. So they do get a lot more of this, and the rest I just kind of portion out to roughly equal 50% and make sure they also do have the essential vitamins and minerals on top of all of that.
Now, onto feeding the outside guys, starting off with Benjamin, my grumpy boy. You can't tell, but his fur is actually looking a lot better than it was in the last video he was shown. He is settled in enough now that we are brushing him out every couple days just so he doesn't get super overwhelmed because it's not something he is used to, but he does have a lot of mats. So we are just slowly working through it and keeping him comfortable and happy. Now, onto the ferrets. It's a very chaotic time in here. These guys are just floppy noodles that are all over the place. Now, I decided to leave the next clip in of trying to collect their food bowl that they put at the very back of their pen, nice and low. And as I'm trying to get out, yep, here he is. He's just straight up trying to get in my top and also pulling on my underwear because why not? While I'm in there, I do their daily tidy up. Now, there is cardboard and stuff on the ground. I have not had any cardboard products in this pen for the last month, but no matter what, it just seems to always linger no matter how much I pick it up. Giving them some fresh water because obviously they need clean, fresh water, and then just doing what they do, running around, being um well, ferrets, I guess. They're a bit unique. Now, on to probably the easiest animals I have to feed, the three fish tanks. If you have been following along in this journey of my tanks, this tank used to be fully green and the pH was through the roof, and I'd been battling it for so long, but we finally got it under control. Tried out a new product, tried a new way to do the pH and all of that, and after a week it finally cleared up and looks so much better. So I'm doing the goldfish food and the algae wafers, so it will drop to the bottom for the bottom feeding fish. After these guys, we will be going on to the beta fish tank. Now, his tank is looking very sad. It's not doing very well, but I'm trying not to worry about it too much because next to this tank is his new tank that I'm just waiting for all the substrate to settle so I can plant it, get all the water tested and all of that to be able to get him in there. Now on to the chickens and the ducks. This is probably my favorite lot of animals to feed because you'll see. I honestly just love listening to their little quacks as they come running over and how they eat like they're absolutely starving and haven't already had some of our scraps today. Now, today was cleaning day for this water. I change waters every 2 days. Being a house with ducks, they get very dirty very quickly. So the other two waters are changed one day and then this water's changed the next. But having six ducks, they just get dirty really quick. So that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. This was filmed over 2 days, hence the outfit changes. It's been a long week, but I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.